Hello, I am Marge. Today I'm going to show you why women can drive. For realsies. Wow. See, women can drive. Right into trees, Lamau. That's a little humor for you. Welcome to episode 7 of Let's Play. We're playing Hit and Run, Marge level. This is level 4 of the game. There's only 6 levels, I believe, in this game. I could be wrong on that. But anyways, we're here to collect the rest of the collectibles. We've got to collect, well, we got to do one bonus mission, one more race, a bunch more cards, vehicles, yada yada, wasps, cameras, and gags. So let's see if we can still figure it out. We're going to drive starting going this way. Oh my God! And notice anything we can interact with, anything we can play with. I don't have a guide with me, so we're actually doing this off the cuff, very natural as you can see. And yeah, we're kind of as I'm driving, still being a wacky woman driver. Look at me. Look at me go. Aren't you proud? Yeah, this is the kind of bar we're gonna hit with this kind of channel, this kind of content, just talking about how, oh, women can't drive. So funny. So very funny. But realistically, where is everything? I wish you could go in the deli store. Like, if someone made I know someone's already making a remake of this game, but it's really nice to actually go, like, it would kind of go far, almost probably redundant. Oh, there's another deli right across the street. And another across the street there. Hang on a minute. Hang on, guy behind me. Hang on. Why are there 3 deli? What the hell? Man, the mob do run the place. What the hell? There's some kind of conspiracy going on here. There's 3 delis. Like, oh no, I don't like the ham at this deli. Let's go to the ham at that deli. Or like, you go to one deli and it's like, is this really what I've succumbed to? This is the peak of my humor. Talking about delis. Wow. I mean, we could go to New Delhi. That's funny. Because that's a place in India. I was watching. Hang on. How much is it for his stupid little tractor again? 400 coins. That's a fair price. I'm just a little poor, you see. All right, let's go find. Let's get the coins. Let's get the stuff. I already checked on the roof of this building, so I know there's not anything there. But there's nothing up there. We've collected everything there. Yes, yes. I would like to go to Mr. Burns' house, his little mansion, you see. And we will go there and find something of value, I hope. Down here. I can't imagine this level, like, again, it's just a repeat of level 1. And so I can't imagine they'll get that creative with things going on in this world. So we're going to kind of just base it off of that. Sorry, madame. Where, oh, where? What does that say? Wakoma FM? Restful, easy listening. Man, you know, every time I expect it to be funny when I read a Simpsons billboard. Vote Mayor Quimby, he'd vote for you. No, these are all just plain, like, filler, whatever. Oh! Well, would you look at that? Is that a... Oh, I didn't... It's actually kind of good. I've been looking up at these billboards here. Okay. How do I get that one? Can I actually go onto this property, or is that a card trick I have to do? Oh, I can actually run on this property. That's new. I can't climb this. Or can I? No, I definitely can't. This is... Oh, it's a car thing. Definitely a car thing. Okay, we gotta drive that way. Let's get this card real quick. You go like this, and you go this way. There we are. Oh, I'm on this guy's lawn. Oh, brother. Gotta back up and drive straight. Here we go. Hopefully I have enough momentum. I don't think I have enough momentum. Oh, dude! Oh, get out of the car! Oh, get out of the car! No, no, no! No! Okay, we're good. Whew. That was a hot one. Okay. There we are. Oh, wait, what? Excuse me? Wait, what? Oh my God, I thought I had to be in a car for a second. That'd have been so annoying. Welcome to your everyday Let's Play with your own... Well, she's not really a feminist. She's just well-dressed. I forget why she was wearing the attire in this episode. But we'll find out 1 year. 1 year, 1 day, 1 hour, 1 minute, 1 second. We'll figure it out. And, I would like a... Oh! Wait a minute! I've never seen that before! Look at this over here. Hold on a minute. What's with this random pink area? I've actually never experienced this in the game. Ever. Never even seen this part. Oh, hey, a pool! Hey, yo! What's the... Look at all this! Huh. I've never seen this in the game before. Oh, I died. Well, okay. Well, I guess I was like, can Swimson swim? Can Swimson swim? Can Swimson swim? Can Simpson swim? Can Simpson swim? And I gotta remember, there's that bridge part, and obviously Simpson cannot swim. Swimson can't swim, Bim. Thank you, Bam's Lama Damn Sam Jam. I don't know what I'm saying. All right, so swim spin can swim spin can swim spin swim spin can swim Swimson Simpson Swimson Swimson can't Simpson. That's what I'm trying to say. Swimson can't spin. I'm having a stroke. Nah, the zombie level, it crashed 2 times at the exact. Oh, I hate that. I'm sorry to hear that, bud. That's like such a ball buster. Oh yeah. We ran up here, and then I went on my whole tangent about like why I'm a creator, and it got all serious and stuff. Yeah, and I remember. Had a mental breakdown. Yeah. Not really. No, I just got really passionate in the moment, and then I went on a rant about life and streaming and creating and all that stuff, and why you should be authentic. I'm not going to go down that rabbit hole again. We're just going to focus on the collecting and talking about stuff. Yo, what's up? Hello, Hoopy. Hello, Hoopy. Welcome back to the stream. We're back in the room where we left off my last big rant I was just talking about, and we're going to focus more on the collecting than the big ranting. Unless a good rant calls for it, then we will rant around things that actually matter. All right. So we pressed the button last time. We got the card, but can I interact with anything here? Arg! I am woman. Fear me, men. Haha. Take that. Take that, industrial. Take that. Well, actually, aren't power plants good for the planet? It's just if they explode, it's the bad part, right? Chernobyl and such, right? Let me Google that. Hold on, let me Google that. Nuclear power plants generally considered environmentally better than fossil fuel plants, as they produce minimal air pollution and don't emit greenhouse gases during operation. However, they also have drawbacks, including the production of radioactive waste and potential risk for accidents. Okay, lower air pollution, 0 greenhouse gas emissions. Yeah, I was like, those are the main reasons why it's good. High energy density, continuous electrical generation. Creates radioactive waste. All right. I knew that part. Every superhero is born from that. Although rare, potential accidents, mining and processing for uranium. The fuel of nuclear power plants can have environmental impacts. Okay, yeah, that's kind of obvious. Like, it could. Like, okay, that's not a helpful definitive answer. Thank you. Is not the way to go green. Is it bad for the environment? Faux.org. They're trying to find the foes. That's pretty rad, Brad. I myself enjoy a nice faux soup every once in a while. So I can get down with that website. All right, well, based off of my 1-minute research, you know what? Power plant may be good. I'm still not conclusive. That research was completely redundant, and my opinion not changed. All that I know is that I can now make a larger impact literally on this world. Anyways, okay, let's, I'm surprised you can't, like, drive through here or, like, break anything here. I'm assuming in the zombie level, the last level of this game, you can actually do that. I feel like that's actually a thing. Anyways, okay, there's really nothing in this room but that stupid card. Okay, and flipping around. That's kind of lame. Tell me a joke. All right, RL Redeem, tell me a joke. What's the joke I'm gonna tell? I could give you a simple one. I mean, we got a new pope. Let's do a pope joke. Ooh, what does the pope and a Christmas tree have in common? They both have balls just for decoration. Because, Pope not allowed to have naughty time with woman or man, for that matter. And so, yeah, so just like a Christmas tree, it's just decoration. They don't really use them. And that's my story for today. Here's a joke. Time to drive this car insane. Trying to drive the page. Okay, I don't know why I'm going with the feminist angle on this. It's not even really funny anymore. All right, let's. Is there really nothing else to collect in this area, man? Is there a look back button? Oh no, but there is a reset button, which just makes my car come back and forth. Where the hell's the sensible shoe to the? I know there's a button where I can look behind myself. Oh, I just go down with the stick. That's what it is. That is a little jarring, but whatever. What have you? Oh man. There's got to be a challenge, or we could be the first to do this challenge. Just play the whole game with the camera facing behind you. That would be impressive, but also such a large waste of my life, or anyone's life. There is a guy who just did like how to beat the Simpsons Hit and Run, like can you beat it without driving a car? And they found a lot of loopholes, and some of them you can skip, some of them you can't. With like you could skip a couple of the first levels, but later on you can't. I didn't watch the whole video. It's about an hour long, but I respect the guy who made it. Also, let's kill people who are being pawns. Pawns in life. This is what you get for being in the rat race. Metaphors. Alright. Alright, so we gotten through this little house with a mouse. Let's check back in the stonemason area. Sorry, my guy. Sorry, union worker. Don't worry. You'll get paid off now and live your rest of your life in a wheelchair, but at least you don't have to work, right? I mean, work means purpose in life if you don't stop working, right? Keeps the bones, keeps the brain active. I know a lot of people who are getting dementia and Alzheimer's and because they're not keeping active, and it's kind of, some of it's genetics, and that's just depressing. So what I'm saying is you're gonna get dementia now that I've run you over. Oh man, by the way, fun fact, did you know Alzheimer's is actually a type of dementia? I didn't know that. It is not like dementia or Alzheimer's. It's like Alzheimer's is a type of dementia. I thought they were two separate entities. So dementia is just the umbrella term, and then there's like Alzheimer's is like the most common form of dementia, and then like we're like 70% of, there's some kind of chart if you Google it, it'll be like, you know, 80 to 90% of cases are this type, 10% are this type, and then 5%, and then 4%, and then like 1% is like the super rare. We've never heard of these ones, but it's definitely dementia type thing, you know? Oh, okay, let's run his place. Okay, it's just the same shit. Why couldn't they be creative? Maybe new skeleton? No, same skeleton. Man, what the hell's going on here? Why are there scorpions in the... There's scorpions in the little fish tank. That's a little odd. A little sus, if you will. Man, didn't they just come out with, what's it called? Among Us 3D? Which is like basically VR chat. Like they've had the market on that ever since the game basically came out. If you don't know what VR chat is, you're a silly person. You should maybe expand your gaming knowledge. Everyone should probably know what VR chat is. They got famous with the Ugandan Knuckles meme like years ago, back in 2017, man. I was there. I remember once I was talking to a coworker who like never played like video games like that, and like VR chat, or just they just weren't in loop of video games, but they like, you know, were a very creative person. They're actually working on a short film that was actually really cool on the Sandman of all things, like the comic book character Sandman. And they made their own short film. It was really cool. They even put it on YouTube if you want to see that. And they did 2 versions. Man, I forget what his name is, but I basically met him through my internship. I worked at as an intern for school. I worked at a, whatchamacallit, a movie production place. And this guy was working one of the positions in the place. And really cool guy, very wholesome, very nice guy. And he was making short films and stuff. And what was my point to this conversation? I was going to say, yeah, what the fuck was my point? What was I on about? Another ADHD moment. He was creative. Oh yeah, he didn't know about the Ugandan Knuckles thing, and so when it broke out, I showed it to him. And like, I had to give him like a primer on what the hell he was looking at, like what the hell VR chat was. I'm like, yeah, you haven't heard the Ugandan Knuckles meme? Like, do you know the way? And it's like, and the way I explained it made me realize this is like a very like not like normal thing to explain to someone, where I was like, yeah, you know, like people dress up as like Knuckles from Sonic the Hedgehog, right? And they're like little small guys, and they go, and then they go up to people and they spit on them, and then they go, do you know the way? Do you? And then like the African like accents, like it's crazy. And he's like, okay. Like that's just okay. I'm like, yeah, VR chat's like this really weird game where you can like dress up as all these characters and like be, you know, talk to people or stare in a mirror, you know. He's like, okay. It was like very not a thing. Yo, what's up? Okay, I want to know the purpose of her running animation. I know, right? Yo, what's up, Yakubin? Welcome to the stream. Yeah, so we're gonna have a next game eventually. I think I had a game lined up in my mind. I forgot which game I was gonna play after this one, but that's also a consideration we gotta talk about. I feel like you should pick the next game, Yakubian, because this game was suggested. It's been liked by people who've been coming back regular. I feel like you should pick the next game. But yeah, her running animation. It's like, I'm gonna get you, or like, I'm running away from things, or oh my god, my baby. Who knows what her running animation really comes down to? We'll never know. And we don't care, actually. Actually, we care a little. We just don't care a lot. Now, is there any... Let me just steal this giant truck.
Road rage.
Oh, man, this car sucks. I mean, it's obviously sucks because it's... I mean, I should probably steal that plutonium car. Drive down to the Family Guy home, Quahog. What's their house number? That shows is always talking about like their house number being like 47 Spooner Street. I know it's Spooner Street. Oh, you could actually take down the scarecrow. Oh, all right, that's pretty rad, bad. What the hell, man? What's the? If I have this, is it 47 Spooner Street? I just want to know if I have this correct from the millions of times I've watched Family Guy. I feel like that's wrong. Let's see. 32 Spooner Street? Let's see. Family Guy home address. I think you're right. I think it's 32, unless you Google it. Then you're a dirty cheater, liar, and I don't like that. 31! Oh, you were so close. 31. 31 Spooner Street. You suck the egg. Yeah. It's okay. We both dropped the ball. All right. All right. Goodbye, computer. You see, we Google a lot of important things around here. You know, like what is the address of random house with man balls chin in neighborhood of world and cartoon I watch as child? Perhaps is my answer. Perhaps. Okay. So. Oh yes. Give me a plutonium car. Thank you. All right, now let's go to the local orphanage and teach kids about science. Now that would be a noble cause. See, Billy, this is plutonium. You ever watch? You got a Crave subscription? Yeah, got a subscription to Crave, little Billy. You ever see Chernobyl? It's a great series. You gotta check it out. Do you know what the USSR is? USSR was the USSR up and running when that was happening? I feel like it wasn't. Maybe my history is bad. I don't know why I even mentioned that part. Cause I don't think that's a vital part to the Chernobyl story. I watched that series. That was a good TV show. Did I mention I have ADHD? Come on, man. Can I butt stomp this thing? Man, this is gonna be terrible. I can't reach this thing without a car. I think the game literally is like, you need a car to actually break this stupid wasp. I think this car's just big enough to do it. Let's see if we can get a hold of this stupid wasp. There we are. There we are. See, women's smart. Man, play woman smart, too. Also, show of hands. So you don't actually have to reveal yourself. Who actually plays mostly? Like, if you're playing, like, World of Warcraft, you're playing Skyrim, you're playing any character creation game, do you mainly go towards male or female characters? Some people say I go to female characters because, you know, smaller hitbox, gamer advantage. Never a real thing. That was more like, that usually happened a lot in, like, Gears of War. Like, actually, that's probably a little bit of a thing back in the day. Where, like, game developers are like, this isn't going to be competitive, who cares? Let's just make the girl a little smaller, because that's, like, basically, literally, like, body type. It is actually smaller, not considering hitboxes in games. But I always play male guys. I always like to feel like I'm the character, and I don't identify as woman, if you will. I just identify as the second part, man. And that's kind of my history. I kind of get why. Like, there's all sorts of reasons why you'd, like, want to be a woman character, but, like, I'm here to play a game. I'm here to get immersed. I want to be a guy. I'm a guy, right? We're all dudes. We're all shooting back a cold one. But there's, like, different reasons guys will have their names as, like, or not their characters as, like, women. It's some of them's like, oh, you know, the hitbox thing. Some it's like, I just looking at a nice ass while I play a game for a couple hours. Like, it's just straight up just like that. I'm like, all right, that's all right. I don't know, though. But that's kind of a personal thing for me where I just feel weird about that. I don't know. I not to, like, shame any people who do that, who do play, like, women characters. And I'm sure there's probably better reasons. Can I drive that ATV? No fucking way. Dude! What? This must be the hidden car in this level.
Nice girls.
An ATV? What? Yo! What? Yes, Garen, eat your heart out. Look at this. Whoa! Wow. Move over, Burnout Paradise. Move over, ATV versus ATX. I don't know what the hell those cars are, but I'm assuming that's the title if I remember. Whoa! Whoa, all right. Watch out, people. I'm going to my next job interview. I'm a woman who's independent, not black, but still independent. Oh, it matters because, you know, I want to be honest on my resume. I like long walks on the beach and driving my ATV through trailer parks, almost hitting my local referee at the hockey rink. Oh, speaking of that, the Leafs did not win. They fucking blew it real hard this time. I think it was like Game 6 against Florida. Oh, man. The Leafs haven't won since I'm talking about the Toronto Maple Leafs, by the way, if you're lost. They haven't won since 1967. And they got pretty far. They were doing pretty well against Florida. They usually get trashed by Florida. And then they got trashed by Florida, as it sadly happens. Bruh. And it is a sad thing, but you know what? It made me realize, like, oh, they got pretty far, right? And then I asked, like, oh, when's the last time they got really far in the Stanley Cup? Which is the big cup everyone cares about in NHL. And it's like, it wasn't since, like, 1999 or something that, like, they were in the semifinals. So it's taught me that, like, I don't really follow NHL or hockey or sports a lot, but, like, I'll jump on when it's actually, like, might be different this year. Like, the Leafs have had the curse that they've always been losing every fucking year. Oh, I didn't even realize all these houses you could press the button. That's pretty rad, Brad. Whose house is this? Mont's. I forget who Mont's is, but anyways, we'll figure it out when we hear the voice. But yeah, so I thought, like, oh, they've gotten past round one against the first team, then they're in the second round against the Florida Panthers, and they're like, oh, okay, they might actually win this year. And then They lost really bad, 6-1. It was a massacre, complete letdown as a Leaf fan. Because every year everyone hopes, and then some fans just give up completely. And now I've learned that basically I should only pay attention if they actually beat the semifinals. Because I thought getting to like round 2, beating the first team and out of 7 games mattered. I was like, no, I gotta wait till semifinals like they did like in 1999. That's when I should pay attention as a non-watching fan. So yeah, that's been my lesson with the Leafs.
Are you a cop? If you are, you have to tell me. I ain't opening it unless you have a warrant.
I didn't know his last name was Mons. That's like the most random name for Nelson. I would have... It'd been so random if his last name was Mandela, but I guess obviously they didn't want to put that for instance, because it literally doesn't make any sense. The control on that thing is crazy. Yes, sir. Yes, it was. On this ATV you're speaking of. Like, who lives at this house?
Sorry, but opening this door would violate my court order. So, screw off.
Oh, okay. So it's Mo. Mo lives in the trailer park. That would make sense. He's a scruffy little man. Scruffy, ugly little man. They keep referencing in the show how ugly he is, so it would make sense he's in, like, a poor neighborhood.
Time for some.
He runs a bar, though. You think it'd be really good. Although the bar is always constantly filled with rats, and, you know, he's got his own safe room in the back in case someone robs him, but basically it's like a 2-inch bulletproof glass. And like he suffocates in it in that joke because it's so small and he didn't really think it out. Like his whole bar is not well thought out except for that one episode where he's like washing a whale in the back with a bunch of Japanese people because like I forgot how that joke even happened. It's like something about like the cops are coming and like so then he thinks like the cops are after him and his whaling and they stole a whale or something. I don't remember, but it was just like one of those funny random things where something completely unrelated when the cops come into his bar. Anyways. Man, I'm really happy they added this, oh, let's kill that wasp. It's actually summer season, so killing wasps right now is actually, I keep saying canonically, it's probably the most annoying thing I can say right now, but it's actually, like, relevant, I should say. Man, we have a fountain in our backyard, and we had some bees. We thought it was wasps. We thought it was wasps who got inside the fountain, where the pump is, actually, you know, pumps the water, and we're like, oh, wasps, we gotta kill them on a dry day, and then we look closer, and they got fuzzy little butts. I'm like, these aren't wasps. They're not even hornets. Look at this guy. Albino ginger fisherman. Not in my world. Anyways. Sorry anyone who's an albino official gingerman watching. A gingerman like you're a gingerbread man. I mean, you're a gingerman. Just without the bread. I guess if you're holding a piece of bread, you're a gingerbread man. That's pretty rad, Brad. Exactly, man. It's all pretty rad, Brad, yeah. 14 days without a tornado. That's also pretty rad, Brad. Yeah. That's pretty rad, Brad. What are the other things I say all the time? That's pretty rad, Brad. There's what's the plan, Stan? It's all those things I like name with some guy's name. It's like hang on. I'm actually kind of curious. We could probably pop up Mr. I'm just curious real quick, just for the sake of learning real quick. What are all the common phrases like what's the plan, Stan? Let's see what it tells us. Okay, phrases. See you later, alligator. Yeah, no prob, Bob. Oh, I actually haven't heard that one. Sounds sweet, Pete. I like that. Hey, we could use that one. Sounds sweet, Pete. Okay. What's the story? Morning glory. You sound like such like white people things to say too. They're so sounds sweet, Pete. Yeah, what's up, Ranger Pete? Welcome to the stream. What else we got? Got a scoot, my little newt. What am I, a witch? I have newt. Get a scoot, my little newt. Oh, for over yonder. No, I don't know. I was gonna do like a witch thing where she rhymes and says you're gonna die or something. Toodles poodles. Time to bail. Oh my god. No. Time to bail, my slimy snail. What the fuck? I think it's just making some up. Hasta mañana, piranha. Is that hang loose, mongoose? Bye bye, butterfly. Here's a hug, ladybug. Mañana, iguana. What? Okay, Doki Smokey. Let's do this, Brutus. What? Who's named Brutus? What are we having, Gavin? Geez, Luigi. Oh, come on. Boo. It's a deal, Neil. Chill out, Trout. These are so bad. So cheerio, pretty no, that's a stretch. I think it's coming up with some gotta go, you little mole. Can't stay, Sir Stingray. These are so bad. I want to save some of these. Hop on the bus, Gus. Drop off the key, Lee. Other counter without names, but often playful. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Yep, every CSGO fan knows that. Drunk as a skunk. Go with the flow. Hustle and bustle. Wear and tear. Kids are kind of like whatever. Only give me ones that aren't made by you that are popular. Let's see what we get with that. What else do we get? Okay, I think it's honestly the same ones. I think for popular established. Oh, these are. Wow. Geez Louise, hop on the bus, Gus, drop off the Keeley. What's the plan, Stan? Okay. All right. Okay. That's pretty much the best we're going to get. I'm satisfied. Even those ones that made up, I was kind of like, even though some were obviously made up by it, some could slip past. Those are pretty good. I still appreciate that. Alrighty. Okay, so what were we doing? Let's see if there's anything else we can interact with here. I'm surprised you can't interact with his outhouse. Like, I don't know, hear him like pooping in there and like, you gotta come back later when I'm not bleeding the alligator. I think it was, no, it wasn't Jimmy Neutron, but I think it was Jimmy Neutron where Sheen, or so, I don't know where I got this phrase. I might be mixing up my memories because there was an episode where they go like in a big adventure. I mean, they always go on a big adventure, but like a big long episode where they go to Egypt in the Jimmy Neutron show, where it's like Sheen had to go to the bathroom and, yeah, I'm mixing up my thoughts. He didn't say this, but like bleed the lizard. I've never heard someone go bleed the lizard ever again. I heard it somewhere, sometime, somewhen. One of those freaking random phrases. I don't know what like terms you guys use to say you're going to the bathroom or any of that stuff, but like bleed the lizard always like, that's kind of graphic. Like you cut open a lizard and it's bleeding and that's like, it gushes out like when you're taking a piss. Like who does that, right? What's the deal with bleeding lizards? What's the deal with airline food, for that matter? Oh, hey. I did not expect that card to be there. Oh, nice. All right, I even have to... the game naturally brought me to there. Good game design. I approve. All right.
Having 3 kids really slows you down.
Having 3 kids really slows you down. Nah, she's just complaining. Come on, lady. 3 kids can't be that bad. Come on, I should know. I'm a man. Men know how hard child be. Come on now. Especially birth. You know how hard it is? You know how hard childbirth is for a dude? We've got to hear you complain. We got to help you get out of the car. We got to hear you complain. Like, it's the worst. No. Oh, man. And then they expect us to stay for the delivery? Man, what if I didn't eat that morning, dude? Like, it's so inconvenient. Like, I'm just trying to, like, play, I don't know, God of War Ragnarok on my PlayStation 5. That'll be an outdated reference in like 3 years from when this episode comes out. And, you know, my wife be like, oh, baby, I'm like, just, I don't know, just go to the, I can't even think, I don't know, just let it happen, lady. Come on, man, you don't really need all those doctors. I poop every day, it can't be that different. I'm trying to make it as misogynistic as I possibly can. Most nearsighted, most shallow fucking thought process. I don't even know how shallow we can make it. There's definitely probably ways we can make it worse. This is what I say. I need to go pee-pee. Yeah, I mean, yeah, that works. I feel like we all started that at grade 1, maybe. Perhaps kindergarten. I wonder what, wait, I know for a fact in different cultures and different places in the world, they call like kindergarten and grade 1 all different things. The only thing I really remember is that like in the States, they say like sophomore, freshman year or stuff like that. And in Canada, we literally call it by the numbers most of the time. And it makes me wonder, do they call like kindergarten and all that stuff in different things in different places in the world? I wonder what's like in Europe. Like, I could ask Gemini and just ask real quick, but I feel like that's a little bit of a more boring one. All right, let's do this mission. Let's do this mission. Let's do this mission with this guy. Let's see with this ATV. Let's see if we can do it.
Mr. Guy, what are you doing here?
Well, I've been trying to convince Agnes to come make fun of school children, but she refuses to go out with me. That son of hers keeps intercepting every gift I send her and hides them at his workplace. He's a jerk and a fool.
Why not just go get them back?
I would, but... well, I'm not a terribly mobile person. There, I said it.
Oh, I know. It's not easy being husky. Tell you what, I'll take care of this for you if you...
I don't care. I thought I cared, but I don't care. I feel like if someone wants to actually watch all the cutscenes that matter, they can just watch another Let's Play, but that sounds so dickish. Oh well, I choose it. Go to the school to collect all the intercepted gifts. Don't let time run out. Alright. Alright, collect mission, basically, the whole game. Alright, let's do it. Get into my vehicle. Okay. Nope, we're heading the right way. Okay. Sorry, fat man. That is not a part of the plan. Alright. Also, Arl has been banished to the ad realm. Sucks for you, Arl. Lamau. Sucks to be you. Huh. You're telling me you don't have enough money to sub? Well, we all laugh. Yes, yes. Oh, wow. This car's actually really, like, durable. I'm surprised it's not, like, breaking down every time I hit something. I've noticed, like, no damage on it. I think that's kind of a benefit of this car, which I find it hard to believe. I feel like it's going to blow up at one point in my face. There we go. Hitting people's more fun. Like, it's smaller than them, so they easily, like, you know, legs up in the air, flip, like, woo. Oh, damn. Yeah, man, this car doesn't take any damage. This is one of the best cars in the game. Screw Lisa's car. I'm watching the stream on 12p. Like 12 pixels? Man, you are really one of the real ones then. Thank you. Or you mean 12 p.m. No, you mean the pixels. Man, it's actually like, whoa, actually took me some time to get here. Oh, I gotta get all these dentures? Man. When your grandma have too many dentures and she leave them all over the school. I know what it's like. You know what it's like. We all know what it's like. Oh, wait. Dentures, a box of heart chocolates. I forgot. I should have probably listened. So these items would actually make sense to me. Well, let's all be real. We don't really care too much. Heart-shaped undies. All right. Let's get up here.
I really should have worn sensible shoes.
I feel like we're going to get a comic book guy's car if we do this one.
Oh, boy.
It's got to be the reward, right? Okay, literally, my Wi-Fi is so slow. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, bud. Well, all I can tell you is get good. Literally, get good Wi-Fi. And if you don't, get good. That's been the gamer advice for many eons. Ever since, what was it, Pac-Man? I don't know. Whatever the oldest game in the world is. Pong, Pac-Man, Blork. I don't know. There's probably some weird-ass name for a game that some nerd made. I forgot where I saw this, but it was like, I think it was a Netflix documentary on video games and how some people made like the first ever like Dungeons and Dragons video game, or might have been like even one of the oldest Elder Scrolls. I forgot who made this, but they literally had access in like the 70s or 80s at their school in high school. They made it, where they created a not a rogue. I think it was a roguelike, where it was. The game, or no, it wasn't roguelike. I think it was like procedurally generated, like the same room every time. But they made a game where it would literally, it could print out on a piece of paper, and it used all like symbols on a keyboard, like the @ symbol, the line symbol, basically to look like you're looking at a level. And man, am I gonna make this? Holy shit! Where the fuck is this guy? Oh man, where is he? Where is this man? Oh my god! Oh my god! Come on! Come on! Come on! Oh, I made it. Nice. I'm a gamer. And so, like, basically, he made a whole game that, like, the walls were made out of lines and text, and, like, to move your character, I forgot how it even works, but he basically made a video game on by printing on paper. It was, like, kind of crazy. Anyways.
Well, that's done like laundry.
Thank you very much. Now I can see my beloveds sneer again. Here's my number. Give me a call if you want to hear my theories on why Krusty has jumped the shark. Good day.
Oh, okay.
Marge in charge.
Okay, and now comic book guy's Kremlin. Yes, I got his car now. Okay, cool. That's pretty rad, Brad. Now, was the actual race... Wait, is the race guy here also? Oh, he is. Hello, Ralphie. You're making a game in Google Slides? What kind of game, my guy? Like a multiple choice? A, like, you know, you either go left or right, you choose type game?
Little Ralphie Wiggum, how are you?
Candy makes me happy, then tired.
So, what are you doing here?
Two ugly monsters named Patty and Selma say you have to race.
Okay. Some of these are fun. They're starting to get, like... I feel like...
6, 12, 1, go!
Oh, hey, it's like that hover car. Oh, okay. One of those crazy-ass cars. Oh, and it goes invisible, too. What the hell, man? Nah, we go on the shortcut. This guy's lame. This guy's lame and is definitely to blame. Damn, he fucking fast. Damn, he's still going faster than me. This is pretty hard, actually. I'm a little concerned. We're gonna go this way. Take the other shortcut. Holy fuck, it's hard to control this damn thing. I literally need every shortcut to beat this car. It's gonna be one of those races. Perfection or nothing. Oh, thank you, sir. Oh, don't thank you. Never mind. Oh, my lord. Come on. I mean, at least this is visually entertaining. Marge. Marge on a tiny little ATV. A little bit of visually. Man, I don't think I'm actually going to win this. I might have to actually get a real gun. Or a real car, I mean.
Too slow, buddy.
Fuck, he's fast. I'm going to have to actually get into Lisa's car, probably.
These here.
I was just bashing Helsinki like, this car is way better. Oh my god. Yeah, the second you hit something with this little car, you're just like going fly. Oh my lord. Damn. Alright. I should probably get out of this car and restart the race. Oh my god, this is awful. Nah, an escape based around the... Really? Oh, that's so funny. You're making a Simpsons slideshow game. Nah, an escape game based on around the Simpsons. So, like, give me an example. So is it not like... How do you make an escape game that's not like you enter room or you see room, what do you interact with, and like you go to the slide? Like, is it not that like... Yeah, like you based on what's on the screen you choose, and then if you choose wrong, you know? How is it not that? Like, how would I play it if I was playing your slide game?
6, 12, 1.
I'm gonna switch this car. I'm not staying in this car. Where's the phone booth? There it is. Okay, we are going in the Malibu Stacy car, probably. Oh, maybe this car. No, Malibu Stacy. Malibu Stacy. Where Malibu at? Where the Malibu at? There it is.
Hook me up with some wheels, man.
Oh man, why my daughter gonna not be good at driving? Come on, man. She broke up the car already before I can drive it. All right.
6, 12, 1, go!
It's actually one of those hard races, man.
Road rage.
Man. No, I feel like I got more control. I feel like... Damn, that ATV was faster. I feel like this is not an advantage anymore. Oh, kind of. I guess it's more sustained speed on this car. I'll take it. Get out of here, you wacky beetle. Come on, man. Oh. There we go.
I'm winning. This is
Okay. I need full concentration, so I'm going to be locked in for this one. Okay. Goodbye, Krusty Burger, and all your calories.
Please don't sue us again.
Mia culpa.
Not on. Oh. Wow. I feel like I'm going slower with this car, but I'm somehow still beating him in speed. That's kind of crazy to me.
Wow,
Okay.
this car's slow.
Okay. Oh my god, he's right behind me. How?
Too slow.
Holy Christ on a pancake. This is actually getting my pants in a bunch. No! Oh, yes! Oh, that was great. Okay, I won. Wow. Okay, 3 cameras and 1 gag. Don't know where these could possibly be. So we gotta keep a lookout for any wacky beetles. Okay, I haven't worked on it in a week. Just saw it. It is a choose your own adventure. You can play as Bart or Lisa. Interesting. Interesting.
I need
Okay.
speed, more
So
speed.
so I play our game. What's level 1?
Hope these aren't
Do I just like, or what's the end goal of the game, or like what's the player leading up to? Like, are they trying to escape a room, or are they trying to escape school? Like, well, what specific place are they trying to escape? I'm curious now. I'm interested. I'm invested in the lore.
Smashy, smashy.
Where could this... I feel like the last gag is probably just another random freaking button you gotta press somewhere. I'm gonna... You know what? I'm gonna drive back the other way to the house. It's probably one of those places. I was surprised to find the ones in the trailer park. There's probably something... Oh, wait. Let's buy Willie's tractor. Let's do that real quick. Hello, Willie. Show me your Willie. Or your tractor, whichever comes first. Alright. Willie's tractor. Where's the tractor, bud? Oh, it's over there. Got it. See it on the little map. I used to do that all the time as a kid when I'm thinking about that. I still have some of my old... I forgot where... Oh, this car actually drives really well, surprisingly. You might not look it, but it feels really, really fast, actually. Just really bad at turning. So I gotta get used to that. Yeah, man, I used to, like, do, like... It was a really big thing because on YouTube, when Machinima was big with, like, Halo 3 animations, or by animation, I mean people bob their heads to talk in the game, there was this one where you choose your own adventure through YouTube videos, and that was, like, a big thing at the time. So, like, the idea was you're playing the pit, the multiplayer map, and you had to, like, I don't know, kill all the other players in their team or something. You basically have to survive. You just, like, get to the ending where you don't die. And it's like, oh, do you go for the overshield, or do you go for the rocket launcher on this side of the map, of like which are typical places you'd expect it in the game? And Yeah, it was really cool. Then you choose, and then like the video would play whether you succeeded or not. And if you didn't, you click the link and you go back to the last decision. It was like a really cool thing, and it's always fun to do that as a kid. And it's like,
Isn't stealing.
yeah, I used to do that quite a bit as a kid. And yeah, we used to draw in a notebook and make some of those. It was like, what really inspired me were not only the Madness Combat Madness Combat series, where that type of like animation or what have you. Found a bee. Found a wasp. But also, oh, it's like that Stickman guy. I forget what it's called. There was a lot of those. I think what really influenced me was like games on Newgrounds. There was another one called Ricky, and it looked just like South Park, but you're playing as an assassin, and based on how well you made your choices throughout the game, you get a score at the end, and like, you got a score of 80, which means you are a badass assassin. No one should screw with you. Or if you got a score of 10, it'd be like, you're a wimpy whimperson. You might be gay. And back then, it was just like so thrown around all the time type thing to just be like, you're gay. That's a big insult. Haha. And so, anyways. But yeah. Oh, fuck, man. If anyone... I'm just gonna sound old all the time, but yeah, those games are honestly peak because people put a lot of
I swear.
like you gotta really think back in the day, like before YouTube and all that stuff, where there were just like game websites like addictinggames.com and shit like that, and there wasn't really anything that you could really go to for like to know to get good quality other than Newgrounds. But even then, it was kind of a wild west where it was like chat isn't updating on screen. I think. Let's double check that. I think you might be right. Why am I hearing jingling? Why am I hearing jingling? Is there something around me? Oh, it's just the reference to the level. The episode. There was a jingling in the episode. Seriously, loved Flash Newgrounds games. Was a major source of entertainment in my life. Yeah, same bad. And so yeah. Let me actually just continue my point. It's kind of like that. You know, you either got really bad animations that would get blamed, or like, you know, just said like blam. If you don't know what that is, it's just basically you're saying like this thing is 0 out of 5 stars. Get rid of the shit from the website. Aha, mole man, get a football in his nuts. That's pretty fun. And yeah, basically you go from anything that's like crap to that the content was so like average on Newgrounds that when something like Ricky or Rick or whatever that was just talking about the South Park animations, whenever that would pop up on that website, it'd be like, wow, this is like revolutionary. Some guy took a lot of time to make this, and this is like worth my time. Like, it was very noticeable that like, okay, this is gonna be good compared to what I usually see on Newgrounds. This is not a Mario, what is it? Like, well, what were the faux pas? There were like such like cliches in the parody. I used to like, as a kid, I was like, oh, okay, let me search up Mario on Newgrounds, see what comes up. And like Mario parodies, let me search up Sonic parodies. And like, if you know what a parody is, it's just like a cartoon making fun of the character, basically. It's a spoof, a parody. The scary, if you don't know what Scary Movie is, that's also probably past your time. You're probably too young. Because Scary Movie was a franchise where it's like, they would literally be a whole movie of like reference. It's just references and you're making fun of the reference, basically, in your own way. And there's all these references in the Scary Movie movies. And it's basically the same idea, and it's just be like, I don't know, Mario dies, or Sonic dies. Like, it literally just had to be that, and be like, oh my god, and like Sonic would like land on a spike, and then some kid drew in Flash animation, like blood dripping down him, and it's like, it might as well be akin to like someone making a PowerPoint a PowerPoint slideshow, and just the slideshow is going fast enough that it felt like I mean, technically that's what animation is at the end of the day, just a bunch of pictures going really fast. But I digress, and it would just be like a bunch of like red lines drawn on the character, and like the sprite cut in half for like Microsoft Paint. Oh man, those were the simpler days. But yeah, a lot of dumb edgy stuff. Because like when you're a kid on the internet, I feel like the internet has always been a safe haven for outcasts or kids who just like don't know how to get their emotions out, but then like they see someone online do something that attracts their attention. Like, well, let's say me, if I just made me realize like a lot of my music taste actually was influenced by like Newgrounds animations. I didn't know who like bands like System of a Down were, or like Billy Talent were, until like, or even Sum 41, until like and it wasn't until years later that like I found out, like, oh, I've heard these songs before, and they're attached to these old animations I used to watch on Newgrounds. And that just, like, blew my mind. I'm like, oh, okay. Like, someone made a really good music video for the song, Line and Sinker by Billy Talent, where like there's Mario and Piranha Plants and Sonic characters showing up on screen, like really good animation for the time. And then there was like other stuff. What was like even in those parody clips, they would use songs like Attack by System of a Down or whatever. I can't even remember like the bits, but like basically whatever cool underground popular music of the 2000s or 90s, like those would get put into the music videos because those kids love the music, and then they had some kind of animation talent, and then they would just like add those together. And it wasn't until years later and I realized like, wow, I might not have liked the bands I like if it wasn't for like the association effect, you know? Kid doesn't know what they want to search on the internet. They search closest thing they already like, such as Mario, such as Sonic. And then whoever is combining those properties with whatever the hell they want, such as, you know, Billy Talent music, such as System of a Down music, then the person is now linked that to being something a part of their identity, something they enjoy. It's kind of crazy, you know? A lot of things we grow up and enjoy as adults really come from just like very specific moments in our childhoods where someone has put something we have learned to like next to something else, and then we'll like the something else by association. I finally remember Mario shitting himself into the stratosphere. I feel like I've seen that. I can't remember that specifically, but I feel like I've been there with you watching that one. Oh man, I used to watch all of them because Newgrounds even had a parody spoof section where it's like, oh, Sonic parodies or Mario parodies, just because some games just had so many more parodies than others. But that's also when like Gmod fucking parodies showed up on YouTube even, where it's like, oh, there's a specific series back in the day. It was like called something like, oh man, it had a specific thing. It has a specific title to that series. What was it called? Let's bring this up, man. We're going down the nostalgia tube. We're going down the nostalgia tube here, fellas. What was that series on YouTube called? And that was one of the first ever like comedy gaming things on YouTube when it was starting back in like fucking 2006-ish. Gary's Mod, funny moments, old. Yeah, literally people are searching the same thing. It was called it's so funny because this Vanoss gaming stuff came out kind of in that era, but more later, back when like someone like Vanoss was one of the first YouTubers that actually made it into some kind of like YouTuber thing, you know, where you put the thumbnail, you make it kind of clickbaity, although he didn't really do that much, but he probably did it a bit, and he made a whole show out of it. This was before that. Where is it? Come on, man. It was not Vanoss Gaming who made the series. It was like Das Bullshit, I think was the guy's channel name. Let me, like, Gary's Mod, Das Bullshit, I think that was his name. Das Bullshit. It's like something like that. Yeah, Das Bullshit. There he is. I think it was this guy. Yeah, the Gmod Idiot Box. This was the series. Holy crap. Look, 16 years ago. What? So 2025 minus 16. I'm bad at math. Hang on. So 5, 10. Wait. 5, then 10, 2010. So 2009 this came out. Holy crap. Wow. Yes. This is old. It would just be like random clips like this. Oh yeah, like they're here to rob the place and they notice this happening. Like this is like the humor for us back in the day as like kids. You gotta remember, we were like 10-year-old kids around the age when we thought this shit was like the most amazing thing. Like, oh my god, video game comedy. Look at this.
Hey, wanna hear the most annoying sound in the world?
Like, this shit was like peak comedy as a fucking 8-year-old on the internet for like the first couple of years of their life.
Bullshit!
I really like that it's kind of evolved into the SFM community with Team Fortress 2 and all that. Man, it's crazy how Valve was like, by letting their players just do whatever with their characters in some kind of 3D software like Gary's Mod, Or I don't think it was Valve, but they kind of allowed it. They gave him his own thing, called it Garry's and all that shit. Yeah, kind of crazy that after all these years, they're still relevant. They're still the big top dogs. They still make great games, you know, from such humble beginnings. It's kind of wild to think that their legacy lives on in so many different ways in the creative community, whether it's video games or something more art directed or even short films and stuff. Man, it's just wild to like know where things have gone since then. Also, I'm literally not finding anything. I think at this point we're gonna search up a guide. Okay, we need 2 more wasps and 1 more gag because we were literally not gonna run around the whole map for these last 2 ones. Like my problem with putting on music during these streams, because I know these are gonna be Let's Play episodes, but I probably shouldn't care about that anymore. I don't know. My biggest thing against playing music during these ones is basically why am I also driving the crappiest car right now? Is that I will be kind of out of focus if I'm listening to music, or I might start humming music and saying, oh, this is a good song, but then I gotta like cut that out. But I don't know. I edit shit out all the time, even with the Let's Play episodes, which are being edited, by the way. I'm editing episode 4. We got 5 and 6 also on the back burner for next episodes to be looking forward to on the Let's Play video.
Sure
Yeah, been having fun editing those. Hope you guys have been enjoying those too. I do kind of actually basically watch them as if I'm one of you guys, or I'm just like kind of actually watching their content. I don't know if this is narcissistic or whatever, but I actually do enjoy listening back to what I've been saying. The problem I have is I just hate editing. Like, oh, can I cut down this long rant I just did? Like, possibly. Do I want to? No. But could it be a good worth rant to share information or an opinion that's worthwhile to improve someone's life in a entertaining or educational way? Perhaps. Perhaps, as Peter Griffin would say. Why did I just try to come this side? So, okay, so the last gag is definitely Bart's thing there. Yeah. But, yeah. Skibbity-doo. Ooh. And after this game, I actually don't know what game we're going to be probably doing. I have no idea. Here we go. That is so, like... I hate how some of them are hidden, man. Yeah, die, you stupid clown. Kind of like it. I get it. It's like, okay, real gamers will find them all, but, like... I'm used to seeing that blue haze, so I don't waste my time. Here we are wasting our time, you know. Kind of a paradox. I don't think anything's here because the boxes are gone. That means I've been here.
Steady wins the race.
And I don't think anything's in Flanders' neighbor backyard thing.
Having 3 kids really slows you down.
Nothing back here, right? Nope, nothing. Okay. So that means we go up to that gassy area, and then we go up to... my nuts. No, we go to Jim Carrey's loft. Okay. With Stacy, take us there.
Mr. Stupid.
Yeah, what else is going on in the world? Like, I just had a whole long weekend, and I'm like trying to, it's funny that I'm struggling to find things to, like, share with you guys today. Like, other than going, and you know, one of the things Pink Ranger has told me is that, like, wow, you're really like a nostalgia boy, eh? I'm like, what do you mean? He's like, you're really, like, anything you're about is you usually somehow find a way to talk about something that's nostalgic. I'm like, no, I don't. When literally last night, I was going on someone's old Instagram because they had a bunch of kids recently. I'm like, wow, I used to grow up with them. Like, we were like big close family friends with them. I'm like, oh my god, they have like a bunch of kids now, and like, holy crap, they look just like their parent now. And it's like, holy shit, man. It's the time goes by as you get older, man, and it's like the memories I had with them too. It's like I also made me realize like a lot of like my core video. Oh, I think we got all the wasps. I think that was all of them. Oh, nice. We got everything. Okay, nice. This was the last area. Cool. A lot of core memories I have of video games is actually hanging out with them. Like, the first time I saw Donkey Kong 64, which is one of my favorite games of all time, just because it was one of the first times I saw, like, a 3D game or video game in, yeah, basically 3D game before I got my own Nintendo 64, was at their place. And so they had Donkey Kong 64, and they had... Or I even remember bringing my GameCube over and playing, like, Sonic Adventure DX with them at their house. I'm like, oh, look at this cool Sonic game, it's 3D. It's like 3D really made an impact in my childhood brain more than I realized. And so, yeah, to really think that those were the memories I had with them when we were like around the ages of like freaking like even as young as 6 to the age of like, let's say 13-ish, where like, I don't know, the years go on, families separate because they get busy. It's not like on bad terms type thing, just people get busy and so less hanging out type thing. And then to notice their lives evolve after all these years and the people they become and stuff, the things they're doing is so eerie. It also makes me wonder that like I've kind of stayed a consistent human being, and to wonder like what people would say about me, that like I've been doing the streaming stuff for a long time. I still have my same type of humor. I do talk a lot about stuff in this kind of, I'd like to say not constructive, well, kind of constructive, but like trying to find the value in things type way, as you guys can notice with my rants. And I would wonder, because like I've technically been the same person for many years, and I have grown in terms of like maturity and getting shit done and learning stuff and what have you. I do have a problem with discrediting all my work, but I don't know. I just hope someone would not look negatively at me, like, oh, they're still doing the streaming thing, or oh, they're still into video games. But like, I don't know why I would be so ashamed or find that a bad thing, you know? It's like I really had to really think through doing all this let's play stuff as to justify, like, is this a waste of my time? Like, I feel guilty that I'm not like grinding some kind of way to figure out how to make a lot more money for my future and stuff. And like I caught myself because one of the did you see that? Apu just floated like he was meditating. That's kind of funny. A little stereotypical, but like very so on the nose. It's just kind of like something to laugh about, not even racist at that point. Could be, but I don't know. I don't feel like that's offensive. That's pretty funny. Like he's so in tune with his Indian self that like he's just like literally levitating. And like with his meditations. Hey, I saw your YouTube shorts were popping off the other day. Yeah, that's another side note. I'll just attention to that before I go on my other tangent. That yeah, the YouTube short where I talk about going down under like Atlantis, like that one actually popped off pretty well. Something that was so weird to me though, I'll talk to you guys about. I made one YouTube short, and I gotta also, by the way, I have a bunch of YouTube shorts I'm ready to post. Just the raw versions to get your guys' opinion. Like, do I make this into a full short, or do I cut this? Like, which is kind of the point of the beta tester channel I created in the Discord you guys signed up for. So you guys are gonna see a bunch of YouTube shorts in there for sure. Because my biggest problem with editing these is that I don't know if you prefer just cutting to the rants, or if you like it when it's slow with watching the gameplay, or just the funny parts. Like, I'm assuming you guys like the whole mix of like, it's some gameplay if it's worth looking at, it's some ranting if the rant is fun or intriguing, or it's some funny moments of the moments I'm like having high emotion, you know? You take a look, see? Okay, thank you. But yeah, that's I haven't posted them yet actually in the Discord, so they will be posted eventually. Maybe today, maybe tomorrow, I'm not sure. But what I'm getting at is like one of my YouTube shorts where I basically give I was testing out how well one of my rants would do as a YouTube short. Because sometimes you find those where it's like a rant and people talk and stuff, and like I really like, you know, Pirate Software, how they do like YouTube shorts where they'll give an opinion and like he'll bust out the whole Microsoft Paint and like talk and draw about it to illustrate his paint more further. But so I was like, okay, so how would mine do? Also, I just realized I didn't buy all the cars in the last level, did I? Hold up, let's go back one. Not this one. Oh no. Did I not buy all? Okay, fuck it. Well, god damn it. We're not going back. Or actually, maybe we will go back. I don't think I bought all the cars. Level 4 from outer space. Sorry, we're going back. Yeah, so one of the shorts I keep saying that was kind of controversial, which I was surprised is that I made that whole opinion about, and I ran this by Pink Ranger as a woman, because it was about how I find it admirable when a woman just owns her age and isn't afraid to be like, yes, I'm 59, whatever, this is my 59th birthday, or like, yes, I'm 42, this is my 42th birthday, or like they have, like, someone asks their age and they don't get offended, right? And that short actually had 1 in 4 people dislike it. Out of, like, every 4 views or 4 likes, 1 of those was a dislike. And I was like, really? Like, is it really that bad of a controversial opinion to say I find it sad that women fall into a societal trap of being told their value is in their looks, and that I hope that they notice that and come out of that? Like, why is that such a bad opinion? And I even give the whole, like, hey, you know I understand that, like, I'm a guy and I don't live the experience, so I'm giving a disclaimer that, like, hey, maybe my opinion's wrong, or like take it with a grain of salt, because I am a guy and I don't know the full experience of being a woman. But even then, like, just, yeah, I was so surprised at the dislike ratio. Like 25% were disliking that video, and I'm like, how could someone dislike the opinion that, like, I find it wrong women are told their value is in their looks alone? Like, you know, it's just like, that's where I'm coming from. But I must have said it in a way that, like, triggered people. You know, could be people who hear a man talking about women in such a way that's like, oh, what do you know? And like, that's offensive. You're talking about women's, like, I don't know. And I tried to flip the book on that, like, you know, where it's like a guy, you know, when you ask a guy's age, you know, when a guy like, I think the where it really comes down to the core of it is that if you're a woman, I guess, and you get told, or I don't know, like you don't really want to give away your age, because if you're told, oh, I thought you were 30, or I thought you were younger age, that sounds great, you know, as a woman. It's like, because, you know, I guess there is that stigma that men tend to think like, oh, like, you know, men don't, like, especially if you're a single woman, like, men don't want to date a woman who's technically older, unless they're in a similar situation where they're older, they haven't found someone, they're just looking for love and not necessarily to make kids and start a family, all that stuff. But, like, if you're a woman and you're told, like, oh, I thought you were, like, 30, or I thought you were 20, that's, like, a big plus, because it also kind of means, like, an indication from the outside world, someone's opinion, maybe someone you respect or not, hopefully it's someone you respect, and it's like, oh, they think I'm taking good care of my face, my body, whatever. Like, they could also probably associate it to that, but then again, there's also genetics. There's a lot of things that factor to, like, how old you look, right? And if you flip the book on that, and like, or like a woman's like, okay, let me pause. Okay, so a guy goes to a girl and says, like, oh my gosh, you look so great for a 20-year-old, or some shit like that, where he mentions the age, and she's like, oh no, I'm actually 30, and she reveals her age, right? And then he will go, whatchamacallit, and then he will go, fuck, sorry, I got distracted, I saw a text on my phone. He will go, so, okay, oh my, you look so great. He's like, actually, I'm 30, and the guy goes, oh, wow, you look great for 30, which can also come off as an insult, right? It's like, oh, well, is 30 bad, right? That type of thing, and then you might think that's an indication someone thinks 30 or 40 or 50 is like a bad thing for a guy to see you as, and then just kind of feel bad about yourself, and it kind of sinks in. So, and then it's like, if that happened the other way around, where we're guys, we don't really care about it, but we do, let's be real, we actually do care as we get older. We don't want to be seen as like some old fart, right? Like, we kind of care just as much, but it's not put so much on us as emphasis in society about our looks, right? And it's like, men's value basically is how much money can you make, and women's value is basically how young do you look, if we're gonna boil down the societal whatevers you want to call them, right? And also, let me just double check. Oh, I do have all the vehicles. I was wrong. Okay, we're going back to the other level. I could have sworn it said I have to buy 2 more cars. So yeah, so then if you flip it on a guy and you think a guy's like 60, and you're like, oh, hey man, you know, how old are you, 60? And they're like, no, I'm actually like 40. And they're like, it's like a nice compliment for a guy. But if a guy goes to you and goes, how old are you? You're like, what, like 30? And you're like, or I don't know, how old are you? Like 40? Oh wait, actually wait, that's not a compliment if you go, actually I'm 30, not 40. That means you look older. But you see, if you're the guy in that situation, you still kind of feel bad, like, oh, am I not taking good care of myself? Is it my genetics? Do I just look old? And it's just like, I don't know. It starts to sound kind of it comes from a similar vein, basically. Nobody likes to be told they're old, because in the I think the root of the problem also, if we're not even just talking about women, we're talking about women and men. If we really distill it, where that feeling goes down to in the bottom of our little hearts, maybe a little heart, maybe in the coxal, maybe in the liver, maybe in the kidneys, maybe even in the colon. We don't know. That's a reference to their Dennis Leary, by the way.
Could I possibly get a ride?
I'm an asshole is the song. Anyways, ADHD.
Despite my age,
What am I saying again? Oh yeah, so the root of where this all kind of distills to is that, like, you feel old, therefore you feel a bit like you're not young anymore, therefore you kind of feel out of the relevancy loop, therefore you feel less about the world, like, making content and selling things to you as a young person, and everything's about you and living your life, and everything was brighter and potential. But now you're older, your time is ticking, and we're not even talking about like that old, we're talking about like past 26, let's say, or 25 even. Like, I don't know, man. Even when I hit the age of like 24, kids are like, oh, you're old. Like, what? Like, 24 is the new 40. Like, holy shit. Anyways, like, that's how hyper targeted, like, with all the contents, like with TikTok and all that shit is nowadays with people. It's like, holy crap, man. Like, nobody has a chance anymore with feeling young. But basically, as you get older, you technically get out of the loop you felt so special in being like the young person, and, you know, all the movies are about the young person and like finding love for the first time and blah blah. Like, everything's directed to younger people because it's easier to sell shit to them, let's be real. Or super old people because they don't know any better, such as AI, and telling them, like, you know, look, I can drive a monster truck, that's cool. And telling them that, oh god, these cars make such bad static, I'm not driving this. And basically what I'm saying with all this talking is that it all comes down to, like, the more you age, the more you're getting out of the loop of being a part of the tribe, quote unquote, of being the youth, the target demographic, the group that you once were. So to experience yourself get out of some kind of group you were in terms of people around you in the world and whatever on the internet, it's kind of crazy to yourself, right? And it's just like you're slowly becoming less and less relevant, which is a big problem. Obviously, people who, you know, holy shit, man, these robots are they're really learning, eh? They're really learning to like evade and hit you. They're getting shields and stuff now too. Bubble shield, Ratchet and Clank. Oh man. But yeah, I don't know. Basically, the point at the end of the day is we all just don't want to feel left out. We all want to feel that human connection, and the older we get, we slowly come out of that. But also, there's kind of a beauty in getting older where you kind of don't care anymore, right? It's like in stages. You first come to like you're first in denial, like, no, I'm not that old, and like, you know, I'm only like 20 something, and then you go, no, I'm only 30 something. The problem is you always feel a certain age in your head, so you don't feel what you look like, and people always describe like, oh shit, I look in a mirror and I see an old guy, I'm like, oh shit, that's me, right? You become the old guy, but you never make the connection, like, that'll never happen to me. I will never become out of the group, blah blah blah. But it's how people describe it. And I ask every old person, older than me at least, like, you know, what age do you feel? And it's usually a guy at work who's about to retire too, and I'm like, what age do you feel mentally? And they're always like, honestly, 30. Like, that seems to be the age that keeps coming up every time I ask someone who's about to retire. They literally feel 30 all their lives, and mentally. Like, basically, you know, mature-wise, you know, they've gotten through the mental hurdles, they've gone through the personal growth, and they feel 30 basically their whole lives. Until the moment they hit the grave, I guess, is the grim way to put it. But yeah. Mr. Homer, will you show me your bald domer? Oh, the Homer car, nice. I would like that. I believe that's for a mission anyway. I believe this car also makes a really annoying noise. I wish you would finish that. Oh, this car's actually really fast. We might just drive this one. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like we're getting super deep into kind of going too far deep in the roots of things, where it's just like, at the end of the day, nobody wants to be told I don't know. Well, no one just doesn't want to be told they have no value, or don't want us to be told that they're not, I don't know. How do I phrase this? It's not necessarily like being valued, because, like, you know, you don't really, when you feel the feeling, it's not really like you think, oh, I'm not valuable anymore. It's not that straightforward. It's more like these subtle ways of, like, you know, looks matter, and then it's connected to value and all that crap. I don't know. I feel like we're all done talking about this shit. I don't know. Talking about trying to figure things out. You know, at the end of the day, we're all just people. Like, I'm just a guy on a Let's Play channel. You're just someone watching a fucking video on YouTube or in the Twitch stream, right? We're all just trying to figure out what the hell to do with our time. Listen to me, now I'm just getting existential. I lied. I pulled you right when they think I'm out. I pull them right back in. Anyways. Is this the main mission? No, that's probably like one of those, like, crazy side missions. Okay, let's see how crazy the side mission is.
Excuse me, nice Mr. Shopkeeper person. Have you seen a hovering death machine?
No, nothing specifically of the hovering kind, no.
Oh, this was to be my greatest invention since sideburns in a can. They make you handsome and lovely.
What are you talking about?
I call it the hover car, TM, so don't try to steal the name, it's TM'd. I installed the onboard computer, and it came alive and attacked my person. For the love of all that's gliding, you gotta help me here.
Okay, what on earth can I do?
Knock the fleshriggin' thing off the road before the authorities come and take me away again. Prisons ain't kind to pencil-neck geeks like myself. They stomp and they kick.
Okay. Find and disable the hover car before time runs out. Okay. So how do I disable the hover car? I'm a little Confucius. Disable the... Oh, I basically gotta smash into him. Holy crap, the hover car's going fast. Look at that thing go. All its crazy physics and colors. It's camouflage. Oh, wow. So yeah, I don't know. Life do be what it is, what it can be. I guess that's the moral of the story. I really have no other guidance to really give you. It's just, I don't know. It's at least worth thinking about all these things. Having these trains of thought, or else, you know, what's the point of living if you're not analyzing life? A life not analyzing is not a life worth lived at all. Oh, come on! I thought he was gonna get past me. What a bastard. Come on, you crazy Canuck. Come on, man. That's it. Oh, come on! Holy cow, this guy really... Oh, I'm so bad even hitting a car that's barely moving. It's okay, we'll figure it out. We'll get him eventually. This car's just going way too fast for my liking that I can barely catch up. And when I do, I can't even go the speed I want. Son of a bitch! Oh, yes! Alright, now it's coming up Millhouse. Come on. Oh, I crashed my car.
Oh, Shiva smiles on such behavior.
I always found it funny as a kid. He was like, oh, I smashed my skull. So brutish. Not even the part after that where he's talking about Sheba. Oh, come on. That was a good hit. Come on. Ambulance. Don't help this guy out. There we go. Oh, now I just gotta drive back. That was pretty easy. Okay. That's pretty rad, Brad.
Look out!
Yeah, I don't know. All these talks about stuff make me think like I should make a constructive video about, you know, sharing all these thoughts in a more digestible way so people will, like, I don't know, enjoy the content or at least find the content better. I understand I probably do at some point have to do that with all this, but man, does it suck when you're your own editor and you gotta go through hours of footage. I try not to make these, like, hours of footage matter too much because at the end of the day, having hours of footage is actually a good thing because it means I'm not running out. But it also means one episode at a time takes longer if it's a 2-hour stream versus a 1-hour stream. So perhaps in the future, for these streams, they will be about oh no, hit and run. They'll be 1 hour, and so for my editing brain, I can at least... No! Did I fail the mission? Oh, I didn't fail the mission. Okay, I was so worried. Thank God we've tested that. Now I don't have to worry about the hit and runs anymore. Okay, that's pretty rad. Oh, not me. Maybe GameCube, but not we. Man, that bonus mission was easy. Do we get the hover car now for that? That was pretty rad, Brad. Hover car?
Great work, my Hindu friend.
Do not patronize my faith, okay?
Sorry, terribly sorry. Look, if you need a ride, instant message my Cortex, by which I mean, call me.
Thank you all for coming.
I know, we're almost done with the game. Hey, I got the hover car. I did get it. Okay, cool. Let's check out that hover car, shall we? All right. I'm thinking because we're kind of on a ramble with this stream, we're gonna keep going on with rambles. I mean, like just collect things. I mean, so I can keep rambling, I guess. I don't know. If there's any like hot points I've touched on with what I've said so far, and anyone wants to like talk about further, or something they've noticed about whatever I've been ranting on about, yeah, feel free to. I always try to encourage that with chat because, oh, wow, look at this fucking thing. 0 toughness, but like super fast speed.
If you give me a ride,
okay.
I would
By the way, I'm almost done with making the Google Slide game. Oh, nice. Okay, cool. So what do you win when, like, obviously you escape. That's what you win. But what's, wow, look at this thing. Cool. I don't think I've ever actually... Oh, this car sucks. Because it's always floating. Oh, this car sucks. This blows out... Oh, this blows a freaking... This blows a hot dog out of tube sock. This sucks. You can't, I don't know if you could tell on the, while you're watching, but the feel of driving that thing was atrocious. Actually, no, wait. I want the Homermobile. That was actually a better handling car. Whatever Homermobile. There it is. Car built for Homer.
If you give me a ride, I will pay you $1 million in the next life, I promise.
Actually love the frame car. I like it as a design, but to drive that thing, it felt atrocious from coming from this, which was, this feels better. This feels like 20 times better. I don't even think it's like a mental thing of like the wheels being on the ground. I think this car's just feels better. It actually goes better too. So yeah. I always gotta get enough coins because I have to collect still a whole bunch of stuff, getting all the money. I'm glad this game, or actually I don't know if this game has this, where like they do that thing where they try to get...
Fresh air is somewhat...
They try to make you like work up all the money you can in the last level of the game to get like something that's super expensive, like 1 million coins or something like that. Some atrocious number at the end of the game to give you something to do. You know, I mean, video games used to be something like to just... Oh shit, I'm not allowed to go that way. I almost hit that. You know, video games used to just be a distraction to you babysit the kids. Nowadays, video games can be much more than that, and they're just like great experiences. But you know, even games nowadays, like even in Super Mario Odyssey, when you beat the game, you can either get all the costumes and stuff still, you know, spend all those, get all the coins to do that. But like, it's just, I mean, when I beat Super Mario Odyssey, which was honestly an amazing game, which I'm super happy to play for the first time and all that stuff. But to get all the coins at the end also, because I got the big hat on the beach castle, which means I think I got all the moons is what that means. And, but, like, to get all the coins, you'd have to, like, the fastest way to do that, like, not all the coins, but get enough coins to get all the costumes, is, like, you had to, like, keep playing the Bowser level, and you had to, like, keep rolling off that one side. I don't remember, but basically just grind, get all things. You know, it's just basically, and I would get all of them in an hour if I just grinded that for an hour, but it's just not, I don't know, man. I actually read a quote today about, like, you know, whether you play a lot of different games nowadays, new games, or you do a lot of new things versus just spending a lot of time doing one thing, like quality over quantity. Depends who you are. I think I still benefit out of doing a bunch of new stuff, but the quality of quantity thing, it's like, when it comes to video games, it's like if you, like I talked about an episode or two ago before about Daryl Talks Games, his channel, and his video about, like, trying to beat his Steam backlog and deal with all those games he bought. And then, like, basically the long lesson of that series is that, you know, if you get lost in the game, then you're on the right track. Just play that game. You know, who cares about your stupid list? Just play a game as long as you want. If you spend money on it, you don't have to play it. The money doesn't own you, type thing, right? So what I've gotten from that is if a game attracts you, just go with the flow of your soul and your whatever you're feeling, your impulse. Just play whatever game you feel like playing, and that's the game you should be playing. Now, if you ever have a moment like question, like, hey, I've been playing this game forever, and I kind of feel like branching off, but it kind of feels hard to, like, choose to branch off, right? You know, you get that resistance. Maybe that's a sign, or maybe it's not. Well, probably it's a sign. I like to say it's a sign. This life's also too short. You know, it's so easy to think about what's the best thing to do with your life, that the mind, it's so easy for it to trick you into one way and then the other way. You know, just shut up and play the Simpsons game, pal. That's basically what I say. Oh, man. I wonder if hitting the head off this thing counts as a gag. I'm assuming it doesn't. But there are coins guiding Apu up here, even after doing that with Bart. So, like... Oh, man! He popped off. Nice. Lamau. Alright. The objective is not to get caught by Homer and Marge for getting home late in the last level, and that's the end of the game. Oh, that's pretty fun, actually. I like that concept. That's a good concept. Kid showing up late at home, parents catching him. I like that. Oh, shit. Oh, hey! Okay, this works. Okay. I didn't actually expect to land on this. Nice. You could go get that card while we're doing this. This do be a collect things and rant episode. And yeah, I was worried we were kind of like not talking about much, or at least I wasn't talking about much important subjects earlier in this episode, or the stream today. I always forget, like, that's what my editing's for. To cut out any of those boring things and get to the meat of what we're doing. So, yeah. I always forget that I have the comfort of just editing. And so, when this does go on YouTube, or someone doesn't, like, actually can show up for the streams, which is, again, a point brought up that makes a lot of sense. I'm glad it was brought to my attention. Like, yeah, I could just... For people who can't show up to all the Twitch streams, at least they get a taste of what I do on Twitch.
Finally,
On the YouTube. And that's where it all comes down to. And these videos, at the end of the day, I gotta always remind myself the purpose of these is not to, like, I don't know, make a big point about something and feel like Mr. Brainiac, or make people laugh 24/7, or I was gonna say like 96.0. That's a radio station in Toronto. Virgin FM, I think. No, 97. Wait, 97.7. Virgin FM? No, 99.9 Virgin. Okay, it's one of those. Virgins. Am I right, fellas? No, you're not. You have no idea what the fuck I'm saying. But yeah. Yep. Oh yeah, wait. Oh, I didn't even think about the costumes in this game. Please tell me there's costumes in this Moe's bar. I also love how it plays like Sopranos theme anytime I'm in this neighborhood. The Mafia. Let's play with the pickles. Let's play the casino. Did we win? Yes. Alright. Apu's so happy he levitated. Did we find love? We got cold fish. Oh man. No love. No love. Flamin' Homers. Nice. I remember that reference. Queasy. Nobody on the line. Jukebox. Nope. Okay, let's buy something. What costumes do they have for Apu? Okay, he's a part of the army. He's an American, I like that. And he's part of the B-Sharps. I don't know. Let's do... I mean, everyone will take me seriously in the army. Let's do American. Oh, we can't afford it, dang it. Okay, I want to save it for the American one. I just find it fun that he's like embracing America over hardcoreling. Over hardcorely? That's definitely not a word. Hardcorely? Hardcorely. Bananas. I don't know. Okay, let's find some coins. Let's keep collecting stuff. We need 425. Let's go find some boxes. Let's find some collectibles. Oh, hey. This looks collectible enough. Let's go this way.
PC.
I always liked in those like choose your adventure games to have like references to solutions later on that are like hidden in the start. Like I was making one on like my notebook as a kid, and it's like I put like the letter L on, like you go up to it's hard to explain, and this is fucking retarded. Okay, there we go. It's hard to explain, but basically there was like a section of my little like, he was like basically a circle guy with like 2 guns in his hands, and that was kind of the character. And you'd zoom in on him and like zoom ins, and he would have like sunglasses on. That was I didn't have a name for the character, but he'd go into this one room and in this like museum that was like sealed off at security that he broke into to find like the secret thing or whatever. There was a giant metal T-Rex and a plaque in front of him, and then the next page, if it was like a flash game, you click onto the plaque and it would be something like oh yeah, it was a book, and half the book was ripped, and so you only got to read some of what it said, and it's like, to defeat the evil robot you must, and then the page was ripped, but if you look closely at the ripped page, there was like a letter L or something. And then as you continue through my game or whatever you want to call it in the book, if I turned it into a flash game traditionally, like a point and click adventure, there would be letters hidden all over in random places if you paid attention. And then at the end, if you knew the password to get into the last level or to beat the game more easily, something like that. I always loved that, like, hidden in plain sight extras in like those point and click games. So I always like, ooh, how do I hide something that's like rewards the person for exploring everything? Kind of like, you know, in a video game like this, where for exploring everything, you get to have a little bit more game to play, and it's a little more fun. And you know, it's pretty rad, basically. Let's see here. Completed the game. Completed the game. I'm a test it. Nice. Let me know how the testing goes. Thoughts on the luck aspect of creating, posting content? I feel like you and anyone already heard this advice already. It's like, you know, luck is like success is when luck meets opportunity, or at the right time in the right place. You know, it's like it's 50% luck and 50% skill. You can't control the luck, so you might as well do as much with the skill. But I think people have also narrowed down that it's more like 75% luck. I don't know. I feel like the whole content game nowadays is actually down to an equation. It just depends, and it's actually around good business models. Like, don't create something that's not unique or different, or people don't want. Right? It's just basic business model. Like, don't just create something that already exists or is done better than what you're offering. And, you know, if your life path is to just make your super weird niche thing, you can't expect it to grow because it won't relate to a lot of people or resonate with a lot of people. So if you want to, like, you know, if they say to novelists, if you want to create best-selling fiction, like books that get on the bestsellers list, you have to write books that are, you know, play out of the same 7, like, movie like story tropes of like man versus unknown, or man learns, or the coming up story, or the hero's journey, or whatever. Any of the, pick your poison of all those millions of freaking things, ways you can tell a story. And like, if you don't have anything unique about what you're saying in terms of and then that's another conversation. Then it's like, what makes something unique? You just figured out how to combine 2 things that haven't been combined before. Nothing's unique, and then it's like a paradox, right?
Get lost, we're greasing our hands.
At the end of the day,
Push.
all I've learned so far about content creation, I have like 3 or 4 different YouTube channels, is that like, just focus on one thing and make that thing 1% better, and make sure you're, I don't know how. Let me get more direct with your question, because I keep going down like these branching rabbit holes that we all definitely go down when we think about this shit. But like, yeah, thoughts on the luck aspect of creating, posting content.
Such behavior.
The thing is, if something doesn't do well with creating, you typically the best advice I've been following or thinking about lately is just, if it failed, try to see why it failed. Like, literally think about like, okay, well, maybe you liked it, but then really think about when you go on YouTube Shorts or Instagram Reels or what have you, and really think about like your experience. What do you expect from a random creator you never met? or what you usually do, or what gets you to stop on your shorts feed to be like, whoa, this is unique, I'm gonna follow this guy. You know, it's very rare, like, and it's actually kind of telling about you as to what stops you and makes you want to follow. Like for me recently was, let me buy this Apu outfit real quick, and then I'll actually show you an example of who I follow. Get her done, I say. As Apu would say, clearly. Hang on, so if I pull up the little laptop again, I can give an example. So this is a content creator I followed recently, and you might have already followed it since I know you're in the animation area, Hoopy. If we go down, another piece of random side advice is that you should always treat every stream or every piece of content like there's a million people watching, even if there's only like one person watching. You still give the same show. I think Steve Aoki gave me that advice, the DJ, which is true. It's very true. Because if there's no quality, why would more people show up, right? If the one person isn't enjoying it and doesn't tell their friends, then what's the fuck the point? But if they're really enjoying it, be like, hey guys, people who are similar to me, you should check this out. This would be great for you because it's great for me. And, you know, word of mouth. Let's see here. Oh god, what is the cartoon called? 64 slides for one game. That's a pretty good amount. That's a good amount of a variety, I'd say. Let's see here. What am I searching? What the Patricia cartoon funny? I don't even. Yeah, here it showed up. Okay, Tom Bates. This is a guy I followed recently. Like, just watch. What is it? One of these cards. This was the first one I found from this guy.
How are you enjoying my little Patricia picnic, lads? These fondant fancies are incredible.
Actually, it wasn't this one. It was another Patricia episode.
Patricia. Is that a bruised gnome tied to a chair? Oh, yes, I forgot about him. This is Knuckle Michelson. He came up with the recipe for those fondant fancies.
And basically, it's a funny little cartoon. If you don't know who Tom Bates is, definitely go follow him. I'm not actually... Oh, I can't subscribe. I'm not signing on anything on this browser. But it's just... This guy makes really funny, like, British-style cartoons, so... Why I stopped and followed this guy is one, okay, and if I had to really think about why I followed this guy, okay, one, I was entertained, but I think more importantly, the second I saw an animation and it had a lot of likes, how many likes is this thing? It had 174,000 likes, 2 million views. I'm like, okay, wait a minute, hold up. Animation doesn't do well on YouTube anymore, still, like for the most part. It kind of does well in shorts, but like it might be might be making a comeback recently, but I was like, hold on, animation. I am someone who grew up with Newgrounds animation. I always try to support animation. I instantly was like, this is pretty good so far. Favorite, because this is what I believe in. This is related to who I was growing up or whatever. Some kind of core thing about me. I support animation because that's what I've done for many years. So that's what stopped me and think maybe I should subscribe to this guy. Then I watched, and then he was even doing, he has a British voice. He's doing British characters. I am super into, well, not super, but I highly respect the creator of Salad Fingers, who's still creating a lot of stuff today. Dave Firth, or yeah, let me not fuck up his name. Dave Firth? Oh, David Firth. It is David Firth. Okay, yeah. And you made a really good like short animation here 7 years ago, Cream by David Firth. It's a big lesson about if we had the cure for everything and how humanity would still fuck it up. Yeah, and Salad Fingers was obviously one of the most famous things from Newgrounds, just because it was so creepy and weird on the internet at the time. Because this was before YouTube, you got to remember that. And yeah, and Salad Fingers, when I heard that, you tilted, you're gonna talk like this, with that Patricia character, I instantly thought of Salad Fingers and British humor and all that stuff. So not only did it still link to something I was nostalgic for, but done in a new way. Like, it also made me realize why I watch Bridge Kids. Like, it's also the same thing. Bridge Kids. Bridge Kids. If you don't know Bridge Kids, it's a really funny cartoon that's super reminiscent to a TV show called Home Movies. Because you see the art style, and we go to Home Movies, oh wow, it's the same similar art style, kind of. It's more better now, like the adaptation, this new creator. Totally, I believe they're totally unrelated. They just happen to copy the same feel and style that a lot of people notice. But it's like, Home Movies was this off-the-cuff Adult Swim cartoon where, and actually the guy who voices Bob's Burgers, he voices Coach McGurk right there. That guy's named Brandon. And it's literally voice actors doing improv, and then they turn it into a show with kind of a loose script they're following for the show's, like, you know, the story of whatever. But it's mostly, honestly, voice actors kind of just doing improv as their characters, and it kind of works and makes it funny and natural, which you never really saw on TV at the time. And so that I'm assuming influenced this because this is the same style, kind of like slightly improv, but like same style of like normal people banter being funny, you know? And it was just like, yeah. And that made me realize, wow, I really supported this guy because he's bringing something back I believed in animation and story-wise home movies back to life. He's carrying the torch. I support this because you are making the thing I cared about years ago alive still. So what does that tell you? Nostalgia is a hell of a thing that imprints in a child. That's a hell of a thing that still goes on into your adulthood to what you support and what you believe in and stuff like that. So it's like, it really is like a deep thing for people to, and the guy's named Mike Karff, so go subscribe to him. The latest episode is actually probably one of his best. I found some of the episodes to be a little slow when I'm showing it to other people, but this one's honestly probably one of the best ones, the newest one. Anyways, let me catch up with what you're saying. It's tough sometimes. I'm not against making shorts and stuff, but I want it to be quality content. I used to make haha relatable artist funny TikTok content. It did really well, but I grew sick of it. Been doing a lot of animation research though, so I thought it'd be something fun to explore next. Also, big agree. Okay, I appreciate that. I appreciate we agree on that. So yeah, I can totally hear what you're saying about like content. You know, like it sounds like you realize like, and you know, you're not alone on this because I also found out like if you do like, I don't know, like Minecraft relatable meme, like if I literally search that on YouTube Shorts, like literally you get videos like this, or not that one, it's more like, yeah, it's like these videos where it's like me as a kid listening to this banger for the first time. And okay, this is a bad example because I have 94 likes, but literally there's thousands of videos like this where it's just like relatable Minecraft moment, and then like, yeah, that's about it, but it gets like millions of views and then hundreds of comments because all people care about is how it relates to them. So when you're saying you've made like content that did really well, that was kind of like, you know, relatable art, funny content, right? I imagine like if you got sick of it, it sounds like did you mix in other content with it, like content you really loved and do, like, I don't know, it's kind of hard because there's people like here, oh man, because what that makes me think of right away is like when they say you should make content you love and care about that actually has value. And what has value is basically anything that makes someone feel better, like laugh, makes them learn something, educate, like education, whatever you do, a really good education tutorial or something, or like, or fun fact, or inspires them, right? Any of those three categories: laugh, inspire, educate. And so if your content does any of that really well, and then you could do it in a unique way, and like, you know, it's like, you got to be similar enough that people can understand what you're doing, but you got to be different enough. And it could be something as simple as like having just different transitions than other people, so people can like notice your brand when you show up on their feed. And I hate saying brand, but that's just what it is. Like the things that the physical or visual elements that make you. Hang on, Cow VR. What are they called? What are those avatar people called again? PNG tubers, but like, what are they called again? Oh, VTubers, right? VTubers. Okay. Cow VTuber. Yeah, VTuber. Thank you. This person I found recently, they're called Clover. Now, this person I found because they had a really very useful video about, what was it? It was Twitch, I think. I think it was literally about like, let me actually just go on their channel because I'm finding all this different stuff. And basically, here, I'll just like show you some of their video. Like this is basically a good introduction they can do themselves.
Howdy, y'all. Name's Clover. I'm a dusty Highland cow all the way from the southern part of the Appalachian Mountains, more specifically, North Carolina. I specialize in creating fun creature and critter VTuber models. I also sell a lot of them pre-made models over on my Ko-fi. But if you're looking for something a bit more custom, I recommend you check out my VGen for commission pricing and availability.
Anyways, I'm getting a free advertisement, which I don't mind, or he. I actually don't know if it's a he or she. I'm assuming it's a he with like a light voice, and I apologize. But anyways, because I believe they have been referenced as like a him person. It's just the light voice I am, and the cute cow. I just instantly think like woman. Sorry, it's like feminine qualities. I can't be barred that hard. You know, barred that hard. Welcome, Bard. Welcome to the League of Legends Rift. Welcome to ARAM. Summoner's Rift. No, Howling Abyss. What am I saying? What am I doing? Yeah. Anyways, they made a really good video on, and they have a whole bunch of shorts and stuff. And like the one that popped off for her or him, god damn it, I don't want to misgender, like genuinely, it was like doing this fish one, because they did this. I don't know if the trend was a thing already, but like they did like, what was it? It's definitely that fish one, Adventure of Le Poisson. Yeah. Steve Le Poisson or something.
But what if you expect the
Anyways, it's a really good. Here we go. Le Poisson Steve. This video blew them up like super big on TikTok.
Le Poisson Steve. Il est orange. Il a des bras et des jambes.
If you don't speak French, it's like, it's basically, this is the fish Steve. He has arms, he has legs. I can read it, I know French.
The bowl and fill it with some seafood bowl. Wait, no, hold on, now I hear it. No, wait, hold on, maybe I hear it.
And you notice most of our other clips are just like relatable little funny moments from their stream, but that's also kind of what I'm trying to do. If you like my short videos, you can come to my stream and basically be there live or even influence the content by talking to me and stuff, right? So I try to make my Let's Plays and my shorts literally feel like, hey, if you come to like, and you got to understand her business model. Like if you come to my streams, you'll get exactly what you get in the shorts, exactly what you get in the long videos, because they're literally the streams cut down. But like what this person did, like you can clearly tell they're good at like the VR VTuber animation, and what their business model is. Hey, if you want to hire me, I can make you a model just like this. And so they hopped on a trend with this fish character, right? So they did the fish character thing just to like hop on a trend. But every now and then, the focus of your content should technically be like, okay, if I follow you, what can I expect or what not? Like, so, you know, it's like, what are you offering basically at the end of the day? If you're offering like a comic, like maybe one of the best ways you can like get out there with shorts and stuff to really like, you know, because this person's funnel is like fun, relatable moments that are real, like come to the stream. If you come to the stream, you'll get to know me better. You'll get to hang out. You'll get to, you know, maybe you'll follow, and like the longer you hang out, typically people will like feel the reciprocity thing where it's like you hang out with someone a lot that you want to like give back in some way. So maybe they'll sub to her or him, sorry, or like they'll just show up more often or something like that. There's some kind of like connection there, right? And then their end goal is not necessarily the money, but clearly as a business, they make money by showing off their unique skill, which isn't necessarily a unique skill to make VTubers, but I've never seen one done in this way where like they're even showing off all these different animation ones. But yeah, the fluffy animal one, the toy, the one that looks like a IRL toy, they did really good. So it's like, okay, I do this for a living. How do I get my name out there to make money off this? I will make a bunch of videos showing my character, and what's the best way to do that naturally? Maybe I'll just live stream, and then that even furthers the connection with the people more and more, because they're coming to the live stream, they're hanging out, they're spending more time with the thing, like I was just explaining with the whole reciprocity thing. And then over time, they might want to, like, I don't know, keep coming back to the streams or send money eventually or hire them eventually. And yeah. And so it's like, I only found this person through their one big video that was related to me. None of this VTuber stuff, right? Although I would like to have a really nice VTuber character one day. It was this one, How I Made Twitch Partner Twice. And this was honestly one of the first videos I've heard in a long time. And I think I literally commented, oh, I can't. You might find my comment somewhere here, Blue Ninja Peter, buried underneath all the more important ones. But basically, they had just some really good straightforward advice. And like, actually, all the advice in this video, I'm going to link this in the thing if you're interested. Literally, this video is about how do you create content online as an artist and all that stuff. And like, how do you go about that? Like literally, or at least to be also get larger on Twitch and basically create content, hop on trends sometimes, but basically give people a sample of your uniqueness and whatever unique is about you. And I know it's so hard to say what's unique about you, and I've been there, but I realize what's unique about me, I guess, is that like I kind of have certain trains of thought. I can do voices when it's necessary or fun. You know, I can have fun moments randomly. I can go down rants that actually lead to something like worthwhile listening to, I believe. Like even for me thinking now, it's kind of hard to say where I land in that uniqueness factor, but like I have no idea how to describe how unique I am, because I put myself so much in a lower box. It's really hard for me to honestly say how unique I am. So I realistically need other people to tell me, is this different? Is this unique? Is this good? I can't tell, because I'm just being me, basically, at the end of the day. So I don't know. Moral of the story is cows are cute. That's about it. I don't know. That's basically all I have for you today. And hopefully this will be like, I don't know, some kind of educational thing. Yeah, what I used to do was related to general stuff me. I'd rather be known for that, what I make at the end of the day. Yeah, and I think like at the end of the day also, it's like, you know, if you, I made this analogy before, I think with Ranger Peter when they were asking me about content stuff, is that you basically, whatever you're creating or doing, damn it, I had the thought and then I lost it. Basically, yeah, whatever you're creating or doing, you just have to make sure you're at least presenting it in a way that's digestible. Like, again, if you want bigger numbers, bigger people, bigger eyes, you have to create it in a way that, one, you want to create it, but two, the more important one, is that's actually digestible for a wider audience as possible. You can't just like go into like whatever, like if you're using an art software program, you're showing tutorial, like, and you just start saying like, oh, unless you want to do that, unless you're trying to be known as the guy who's known for making art tutorials with this program, if that's not your end goal and you're more about like, you know, you gotta think like, why am I making, like, what do I want the person to know about me and to come check out my stuff and why they would check out my stuff? It's like you start from there and you're like, well, I want people to know I'm funny. I want people to know I actually talk about things that are meaningful. I want people to know that if they come to my Twitch stream, they will be listened to, because a lot of my clips are actually me reading my chat, because I love talking to people online, especially you guys. So it's kind of like, yeah, just give them a sample of like, and why that's, and you know, I feel like I'm also above the water from some people where I'm like, I'm not, hey guys, yeah, oh wow, that was crazy. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Oh, funny, two of the same character. That's so weird, isn't it? Like, you know, it's like, I feel like I have at least a little bit of experience and charisma. I understand I kind of literally do that, unironically, too. Like, we're not all free of that all the time. But, you know, I feel like I have at least some sort of edge on the average guy who just makes a Let's Play, puts it on YouTube, and then you look at their webcam and it's just balding white guy number 99, you know? But it's true, right? I'm not balding. I am a white guy. But you wouldn't know that. You just focus on my voice, which is even harder. Psychological fact, it's easier for people to connect with you if they actually see a face. It ties to like the psychology of like when you're growing up as a baby and you look for trust and validation and acceptance within someone's facial reactions. And also if you can trust them, if their facial reactions line up with what you're saying. Anyways. But yeah, what was I was getting on to some kind of specific point. Oh yeah, so whatever you're kind of making, it should just like, it should relate to what you want, like whatever you want to be doing for hours and days on end. You gotta just basically advertise that, or else you're gonna start like advertising like, hey, I'm Mr. Trend Guy and I only make trend videos and stuff, and they expect that and they don't get that. And I've been niche shopping like crazy, so I give people like zombie content one year, and then I give them Valorant content another year. That's not gonna work. For people to care about you, you gotta have something related to something they already know. Fun fact, you know the song Hey Ya by Outkast? The only way they got people to like that song, like that's universally liked now, is by squishing it in between more popular songs on the radio. Because people, when that song came out, honestly hated Hey Ya by Outkast. Like, ugh, this isn't music. This is so weird and different. But by like, that's just the association effect. You just gotta attach yourself to something people know for you to get kind of noticed. And honestly, my strategy with my content, I make shorts and I make content that I believe could be valuable in the sense that it's probably either funny, it will open up their brain for a moment and not be brain rot for a second by talking about something worthwhile, or 3, it might inspire them to also be content creator or whatever, right? You know, I heavily value music, I heavily value creativity, I heavily value animation, even though I don't do any animation myself. It's all sort of, those are my values. And so I use those values to my edge in my shorts where I know this is, you know, and I've done this for many years, so I kind of know, you get a better and better sense of the room as to what people think is funny. You know, you kind of feel it better the longer you do it, the more you do it. My problem is I would have so much self-doubt that I wouldn't create enough content to really keep feeling the room over and over, and that's where you need to fail over and over to develop that skill faster. So I've been, I don't know. Yeah, you've got to put yourself in your viewer's shoes. What source of meaning, entertainment it has to them. Yeah, and it's like, and then you know, the paradoxical thing is you only be unique if you're kind of doing it the way you want to do it, but also just be mindful that like your content has to be understood and like has to just be understood, not even appeal, but has to be understood by like the average Joe who knows nothing about whatever you're about to show them. So you have to like at least like, instead of me being like, oh my god, isn't it crazy? Oh, how did I fall again? Isn't it crazy how like in Homer Simpson Run, like, oh my god, I stored, like if I don't even explain I'm playing that game, no one's gonna understand what's going on. But like I have clips where it's like I'm playing as Bart in this game and I decide to kick somebody in the neck and funny neck sound effect. Like all you have to know is that like you're looking at someone playing as Bart in a video game and he breaks someone's neck, and that's all you need to know. Like you understand right away, okay, it's Bart from Simpsons, I know that. They broke someone's neck, guy talking, haha, funny. Like it just has to be like so easy to understand your grandma can understand it. Like that's honestly one of the best lenses. Is like if your grandma can god damn it. If your grandma can understand, then you're probably being broad enough that the comedy is digestible and, you know, for more eyes to see. I gotta go, BRP, bye. I'm gonna finish the stream when the vid comes out. All right, take care, RL. We'll probably end the stream very soon, actually, so appreciate you. Appreciate you, buddy. Thank you for coming to the stream. See you next time. See you Thursday, probably. Yeah, and it draws attention to your regular videos, which is cool beans. Yeah. Just as long at the end of the day, whatever content you're making is literally super closely attached to whatever your core values are, and super attached to what those core values make you create in the... Oh my god, I keep falling for it over and over. I thought if I didn't run this time, it would work. But yeah, so again, yeah, my core values are, you know, be your authentic self, because by choosing to be your authentic self, I can just get my funny out of me, or my rants, instead of, like, I have a problem with research paralysis and perfectionism, so then if I don't do this, then my content never comes out, so I have to do this for me to at least be seen in the world, right? So it's the best thing I can provide, the highest production I can provide, with the least amount of friction on my end, so I could not only have quality but quantity at the same time. That's kind of the sweet point. You got to find your quality and then know your capacity, time, money, and resource wise, to decide what content you're going to create using your strengths. That makes it as easy as possible for you, and as easy as possible for your viewers to get into. And yeah, I guess that's kind of the main point. Go for the path of least resistance. That's still very valuable for your audience. That's basically it. And sorry, I was trying to make the analogy earlier about, like, you know, you got to know like what's good for people and stuff, and like so you're like kind of like baking a cake, you know? Like sure, you can make a cake how you like it, and you use an egg, celery, and like, I don't know, soy milk, but like a shit ton of soy milk that the cake comes out like unrecognizable, and you can be like, yeah, this is my cake, I don't care who likes it. All right, cool, no one's gonna like it. So you got to make a cake that everyone knows, right? So bake it the traditional way at least, but then you add the icing on top, which is your uniqueness. I don't know why I just did this twice. I don't know. Okay. So kind of look at it that way. You need to bake the cake properly. So like have subtitles on the short. That's just easier for people to digest. That's what people expect. You basically have to have your short format be similar to what people are used to, but like pacing wise, but different enough that like you stand out. And different could just mean maybe your transitions are slower. Maybe you use a lot of like color correcting that makes it unique. Whatever your angle to make it look different should be the thing that's unique about you. So I think what's unique about me is that I kind of have like a deep voice and I'm funny sometimes, and so I just highlight those moments where I'm using my voice and I'm funny, and then I just cut it in a way that I would expect a normal gaming YouTube short to go, where it has the subtitles, it has quick cutting, and gets to the point, right? And I think another big tip is to make sure your YouTube short or whatever has like one point to the joke and not about like, you know, I have a lot of funny moments in these Let's Plays, but they're better digested as a Let's Play as opposed to like me doing 3 funny things in a row unless they're all specifically on the same point related, you know?
Just give me a minute.
So, yeah, I don't know. Those are my 2 cents. I just got to get on a schedule. Got one for my comic, but got to find one for animation, which is harder to gauge. Yeah, and how I decided with my schedule, the biggest thing you could do for yourself as a creator is to literally start with the easiest thing. I started with Let's Plays again. This is the easiest thing. Can I commit to 2 days a week? Hell yeah. Do I feel guilty for only doing 2 a week? Hell yes. But I've gone through that mistake in the past where I'm thinking, oh, I'm doing nothing, I should stream. But then, like, I overload myself and I stream too much and I don't edit enough and blah, blah, blah. Just know your capacity. How long it takes for you to create the content. How long it takes for you to... Well, first, how long does it take for you to create the thing? How long does it take for you to turn that thing into content? How long does it take for you to actually make sure it's proper and whatever? And I don't know, man. It's like... my capacity is 2 streams a week I could easily commit to, so I start there. And then when I'm feeling it out, I'm like, this either feels perfect or feels too less or too high, you know? It's like how 15 minutes working out a day is better than, yeah, exactly, than a sporadic 2-hour session, literally the same. I'm committing, I started these with like an hour stream, and then I'm choosing to do 2 hours instead. Because I realize, although literally earlier I was saying how this might be too much for me editing-wise, but I can't look at it as that. I have to look at it as, I keep running in circles. I have to look at it as like just more resources to mine, like you know, I don't know, this is like diamonds in my Minecraft cave by recording these VODs. And so then I have lots of minerals to mine from, aka create content from, which is the long form video or the shorts that I can mine later. I shouldn't look at it as like, oh my god, I can't get all this content out now. You don't have to. Just focus on one at a time. And the fact that your mine is full of diamonds is good, you know? Don't be overwhelmed that you've created such a large mine. Just be happy you have a large mine to mine from, and just, you know, chip it away a little bit at a time, and so you don't burn yourself out, you know? So when you have, I guess, because you make comic books, or not comic books, but like you make comics, right? Like one thing you could possibly do is like voice over them, or talk about the creating process, or talk about a struggle. Like that's kind of a typical thing people do, is like you talk about a struggle that you found the solution to as an artist that's relatable. So maybe you're like, whoever you're selling your comic to would be like your demo, like someone who would buy your comic, and like, who would buy your comic? I don't know, and that's the problem. So then it's like you just create content, whatever works, whatever doesn't. But at the end of the day, like, you just be real with yourself. Like, who do I want in, like, for me, who do I want in my streams? I want people who are gonna, like, I don't have to try hard to get them to stay. Like, I just gotta be myself, and I will find people who are like me. The one best thing about the meta today with YouTube Shorts and all this content stuff is that the algorithms really do connect you with people who are just like you, because they understand the whole association effect. Like, you are this way, based on your content feed, like the things you consume, you'll probably like this because this person creates that type of content, and if anything, they literally consume the same type of content, right? So be the creator you want to see in the world. Like, if you were being a creator for younger you, or just you in general, what content would you like to see? So it's like, I would honestly, I like watching, like, that's another sign. If you don't like watching your own content, probably means you should not make that content. And then yeah, and also back to the cow person, the cow VTuber, they just make content about their streams, their real self, and then every now and then they jump on a trend so they can reach a higher number of people, and then they look at their other content that's more real, and then gives them a reason like, hey, this person's actually more like me than I thought. I found them through the Le Poisson Steve fucking meme, but the more I look into their content, they're actually a lot like me, and they go through my struggles as an artist and blah blah blah. Basically you make a lot of content to help people who are just like you. Like what advice you'd want 5 years ago as an artist, make that type of content that genuinely you feel passionate about making. Like, God, I really wish someone would tell me that I should have just used this program over this program, and then explain why in the video, and just make that video. Because and only if you genuinely have that much pain, remembering that pain, that's an indication like, yeah, you should make that video and point them in that direction, and you'll probably help a lot of people that way because your content will be valuable. Just think about what you hated or liked, and just make content around whatever drove that deep emotion in you. And there's probably people out there like you, or someone who's growing up younger than you, who doesn't know any better, right? But you're older, and you know. So, but there's always someone younger growing up through the same artist process every day, every year. So make that content because it's going to be relevant to some young kid nowadays. And you could be like, oh, well, it's not relevant anymore because, like, oh, someone's already made the content for, like, someone, like, I already know so-and-so who's made the content for me when I watched it 5 years ago. That was 5 years ago. They're not you. Make it anyway. You know, Simpsons did a great, South Park did a great episode called Simpsons Did It, where Butters was having a midlife crisis because The Simpsons did every idea he was trying to do about destroying the town in South Park, and then basically the town helped them realize, like, oh, it doesn't matter, Simpsons did everything. But also, a lot of the Simpsons jokes are just references and copied from other things like the Twilight Zone. Like, you know, nothing's original. Just make it if you want to make it. You just shouldn't get in your head, like, that it's not unique, so don't create it. No, just make it if you want to make it and see what happens. Basically it. Or else you're just thinking in your head in your whole life and you're just never actually making anything. And that's why I'm doing these Let's Plays. I'd be in my head right now planning what's the best content, what should I be working on. I'm like, fuck that. I said I'm going to stream on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Here I am. And then whatever happens, happens. And then, yeah. Has it failed in the past? Yes. But what am I doing differently? Separating myself from the content that goes out there, from my personal values and self-worth. Not doing that anymore. And seeing it as an experiment. Okay, this did well. Why? This didn't do well. Why? And then just go from there. 1% at a time. Get into a routine of something easy and simple at the start. Start small, whatever. Like, I start streaming small. This is a window. It's not even a set 12 p.m. time, although you guys kind of expect it. But it's a simple window. I don't have to start at 12. Let's see how it goes. I'm like, okay, I prefer 12. Then I'll eventually announce I want to do 12 p.m. Like, you see the thought process? You start somewhere, the easiest possible thing, and you kind of just like, can I handle this? Okay, yes, it's been a week or two, I can handle this. How do I make it better? Well, maybe I could do this. Okay, let's try that next week. And that's basically it. You just treat it like an experiment. Constantly treat your content and your business as an experiment, and you will get there eventually. Instead of, you know, I gotta get there now, it didn't work right away, I'm a failure, better stop. No, that's the trap. Anyways, thank you for watching. I have to go to work very soon. Leave a like, comment what you found very useful about this video. What can I improve on that subject? If you're watching this on YouTube and you stayed all the way, you're a real one. If you're a real one, please type in "Go Apu Cowboys" in the comments if you stayed this long. If you're a real one, in the comment section, along with something you care to share about your experience, your stories related to anything we've talked about here that might be relatable. Thank you, Hoopy, for staying around, my guy. Again, shout out to RL and anyone else who might be lurking around. So thank you again, guys, and see you next time. Cheers.